Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Salmina Mokgehle. My talk in South Africa, we have a number of medicinal plants that we are able to benefit from. In this slide today, I have shown some of the commercially important ones that we also benefit from. These are medicinal plants such as African ginger, cancer bush, or Lerumo lamadi, as we know it by that local name, most of us. We also have African potato, we have eucumis, we have artemisia, which many of us refer to it as lengana. We also have moringa. All of these medicinal plants are important in one form or the other because some are able to treat malaria, we are able to treat cough from some of them. We are also able to get immune boosting effects from moringa, for example. All these products are important because they are products that have been developed from them and are present on the market. So this shows the importance of this medicine. Although I have spoken about their importance, many of them are being lost and we are losing their genetic material because of the unsustainable harvesting, which is mainly because of the increase in demand. Increase in demand because many people are today utilizing them. These medicinal plants are being harvested destructively, either from the underground parts such as the roots, the combs, and the bulbs. This is not sustainable because when you are harvesting them from such parts of the plants, we are losing them. We are losing their genetic material. And we have seen this a lot where a lot of these medicinal plants are showcased at the multi-markets and so forth. So as people, we really need to contribute ensuring that we save the biodiversity of our medicinal plants. And one form of doing that is engaging in propagation and cultivation, which has become critical. However, as much as we want to contribute in cultivation of these medicinal plants, there is not much information that is available, especially when we look at the large scale production. So such information is required, and research at the Agricultural Research Council is ongoing, where we are trying to develop and optimize relevant propagation and cultivation methods. And some of these technologies that we are looking at focuses on propagation methods, also looks at different agronomic practices such as understanding plant densities, understanding how much water is required for a specific medicinal plant, and also understanding how you can manage or treat some of these medicinal plants after you have harvested them. I present to you the seed propagation method, which is one of the technologies that you can adopt in ensuring that we have these medicinal plants, we are able to save them. So I've shown the seeds. Some of the seeds of these plants are very small, so you can propagate them from a paper and from there take them into the seedling tray where you are able to grow them further until you are able to take them to the field. Alternatively, you can also put the seeds directly into the seedling tray where you are able to grow them. That you will do with the addition of the high grow mix, for example. We can also look at vegetative propagation, where we use different cuttings of the plants to grow them. In this picture, you are able to see cuttings from the leaf. You can also, cut the leaves in different sections to ensure that you are able to propagate them. So such cuttings, you are able to put them in the seedling trays with the addition of the hygro mix for you to be able to grow them. We can also look at the stem cuttings, and you are also able to grow them in your hygro mix using a plastic bag. The position of cutting some of these medicinal plants, either in terms of the stem or in terms of the leaves, will vary from one medicinal plant to another. Also, we can look at cutting or propagating through the root, through the comb, or what we call the rhizome. In this picture, they show a picture of African ginger rhizome, which you can use to propagate your your medicinal plant. So you can either cut them in half or cut them in different sections and propagate them. I also see the African potato there, which is another medicinal plant where you can utilize the comb to propagate them and ensure that they grow, and we are able to have information on them. Another form of propagating is looking at tissue culture. This is where plant cells are being propagated in a sterile condition using the media. This process happens in the laboratory and further escalated to the class house conditions or nursery, where you are able to now grow them inside the either seedling trays or plastic bags to make sure that you are able to take them to the field. So a lot of research is currently ongoing at the Agricultural Research Council, where we look at propagating through tissue culture for different medicinal plants that we have. So to have more information on the cultivation is very critical also, because some of this information will ensure that we are able to move from small scale production to large scale production. For us to do that, we need to look at different technologies. We see here uh, African ginger being cultivated under the shade, where different spacings are being considered in planting this African ginger. We also see a picture on moringa where the seedlings were raised when they were still young in those pot plants, and later transferred or transplanted to the field conditions. And this is what we are looking for, because we want to get more biomass of moringa, and the only way to do that is to go through large scale production. A number of studies have been conducted at the Agricultural Research Council, where, in a way of contributing to information, we looked at different irrigation regimes and also looking at nutrient management. This is where we apply different fertilizers at different level to really establish the ones which can be utilized or can work for different medicinal plants. In this picture on the left, I show the trial that was conducted on Pelargonium, and also a trial that was conducted on African ginger. When we look at some of the agro-processing strategies that we can also follow, we are currently starting with primary agro-processing, which is a good form of starting. In this picture, we see the different rhizomes in different shapes of African ginger, which has been harvested from the field. They were treated, this was done by washing them to ensure that all the soils are being removed, and they were sliced using a slicing machine. This form of processing is very important because you are able to get your plant material or the rhizomes in small shapes, which allow you to then get them in a powder form. So we see that the African ginger rhizomes were sliced and later oven dried and packaged there, if we see by the arrows there. So the packaging and the type of material that one gets is entirely up to the user of the material, because we're able to get, for example, African ginger material in different forms. We're able to get them in powder form. You can sort of have them crushed according to the tea size, where you utilize them for different purposes. So it's entirely up to the user how they want their materials to be agro-processed. And we're grateful that at the ARC we are able to contribute in such spaces, which ultimately contribute to knowledge. We have different machines at the Agricultural Research Council. We have the tea bag machine. We also have the capsule maker machine. So we are able to process some of the plants material using these machines. I show the capsules there that were made from the ARC, where we capsulated moringa leaves. This form of processing is very important because we are able to get some of our products through initiatives such as this one. So we are sincerely grateful that we have this machine, and we are able to really contribute to coming out with some of these products from our medicinal plants. So I would like to thank you today for listening to my presentation, and I would also like to thank the team at the ARC who assisted in us having this platform to talk to you on the importance of the medicinal plants. Thank you very much.